So one of the most powerful tools you'll use is what we call the myViewBoard software. On a ViewSonic panel, it's usually just right there on the home screen. You can see mine is here. If you don't have a ViewSonic panel, or maybe you're plugging in your laptop, you can get myViewBoard by going to myviewboard.com/download. Let's go ahead and open this and get a little tour. So when you open the whiteboard software, this white space is your canvas. If you walk up and start writing, it's just gonna annotate. The board is multi-touch, so you can have multiple people writing or annotating at the same time. Most of your tools are gonna live down here in what we call the main toolbar. The pen is the default tool that's active. If I wanna change it though, see how I have 3 shortcuts here? Red, black, and blue. If I don't want it to be black anymore, I just select here, and now I can choose purple, or I can change my thickness, and you'll notice now when I write, it's purple. And I'm also holding the stylus because if you are using a ViewSonic panel, the stylus does some special stuff. First thing, you'll notice the thick side of the pen. If I write with it, see how it's purple? It was the same thing as when I'm writing with my finger. But this pointy side, the pointy side is a little bit different. If I write on the panel with the pointy side, see how it's red? That's because a ViewSonic panel knows the difference between the pointy side and the thick side. And I can have these each be a different color. So you'll notice if I touch the pen icon with the pointy side, see how this pointy side's a little higher and I have different shortcuts? It's red, black, and blue. If I click those shortcuts, let's change our pointy side to green. See how it's green, black, blue now? If I write with the pointy side, I get green, but if I spin it around, I'm back on purple. And in other videos, we'll get into how to make this more advanced. For example, we can make one side a highlighter and one side a pen. There's lots of things we can do. Be sure to watch our other videos on it. Now, when your page fills up, if you want to make a new page, piece of paper plus down here, that gives you a new page. And then you'll see here, your page manager keeps a record of all the pages that you're on. Now, as you're writing and annotating, you're probably gonna wanna erase. There is an eraser tool. It's down here in the main toolbar next to the pen. However, again, if you're using a ViewSonic panel, you can always just take your hand and put it up on there, and look, it automatically activates the eraser tool just because it's detecting the size of the object that's on there. There are other tools here, like we have shapes that let you do 2D and 3D shapes. There's a text editor. We'll get into the Magic Box. The Magic Box lets you import files, say from your Google Drive, so that you can write on your slides, make them interactive, remove ads from your YouTube videos. If you just quickly need templates like backgrounds, go to the mountains in the bottom left. There's things like graph paper and stuff that you can put on there. But probably the most important part of the myViewBoard software is signing in. So you'll see down here on the bottom right, this person icon, and then this big blue button that says sign in. It's very important that you make sure you set up your myViewBoard account before you sign in, because there's some steps you need to take, like connecting your Google Drive. We have a whole video series that takes you through the steps on how to do that, plus how to use each one of these tools. But for now, this is how you get myViewBoard open. Here's some quick tools for you, and you can immediately start using it and have an interactive whiteboard on your ViewSonic panel.